So you've already sort of told us a little bit about Pay for It, but could you explain more about exactly how it works?
Yes, I can explain about how it works. So as I said before, Pay for It is a cross-network mobile payments mechanism. So the way it works is that the operators have approved certain payment intermediaries, you can call them like mini banks, who will enable merchants and brands to set up shops using Pay for It. So Tanla Mobile is one of such payment intermediary. So for example, if Apple wants to set a music store for downloading music using Pay for It, they will be in touch with a company like ourselves who will provide them with the payment mechanism and will handle all the payment transactions and clearance. So you can compare us to a credit card clearing house like a PayPal or a Visa or a MasterCard in the credit card world. We will get the payments from the mobile operators on a monthly basis, and we are the intermediary in between. From a consumer's perspective, it's very simple. They do not need to register or simply opt in for any additional services. They are already trained for paying for content on VLive or on O2 Active. These are the operator portals. So they would migrate into paying for physical goods and services through their phones. So the experience for a consumer is that they access the service. So for example, they want to download music from a store. Let's say in this case it's HMV's web portal. They select the soundtrack, they click on it, they get a payment page which is branded Pay for It and is supported by the operators. They click the word accept or buy and they get charged. And that's it. The charge for the music download, which could be varying from anywhere from £0 to £10, but let's say in this case it's £1. It will be clearly displayed on the page. So they know what they've opted in for, and it will be debited from their monthly bill.
I think one of the major issues with this is security. How safe and secure is the Pay for It technology?
Well, it's very secure. As I said, there are very strict scheme rules in place from the mobile operators. So firstly, the mobile number doesn't get passed on to the merchants, the people who are selling the service. It is something which is retained by the mobile operator and the payment intermediary. And so there is more privacy. It's more clear. So a lot of the complaints with premium SMS is that people purchase services and they said, I didn't know it will cost me £1.50. I never did anything. I do not agree to this charge. Whereas Pay for It has got standardized payment pages which consumers will see. So they will clearly see the price. They will clearly see what they have been purchasing. And they will also see the operator logo or the merchant logo as to which shop they are purchasing it from. So they will have entire clarity of what they're buying, and it will be in a secure environment. So on that basis, Pay for It is very secure.
So what do you think are maybe 2 or 3 of the main benefits for both the providers and for the consumers of the Pay for It technology?
I think the main benefit for the consumers especially is that clarity. They will be able to know what they're buying and what they're paying for. So it definitely gets in the trust in mobile payments, which is not as much in premium SMS because there have been some issues in the past with that. Secondly is convenience, because it's a click and buy experience. So a lot of impulse purchases, it makes life easier. So if you can buy with services, buy services beyond ringtones, games, and you suddenly start buying tickets, cans of Coke, paying for car parking, then it just expands the remit and it offers a lot of convenience. And I think the key benefit of Pay for It for the consumer is that additional convenience, that they have found a true alternative to cash and coins. So that's for the consumer. For the merchants and the brands, they want to monetize their content, right? Now, the biggest concern on the internet is that most of the content is free, right? And I think one of the reasons why content is free on the internet, a lot of it is free, is because they have never found a low value payment technology. If they could find a payment mechanism which just charged 5 pence or 10 pence or 20 pence to snack on content, they would be able to convince consumers to spend. Whereas with the introduction of pay for it, I think that's where the market's going to benefit. It's going to be beneficial also from a digital rights management perspective, because people want to protect the digital rights management, but there's no point protecting digital rights unless you have a monetization mechanism to go with it, because you can protect your rights, but you also want people to buy services from you. So I think it's a major benefit to digital content owners. They would benefit the most out of pay for it, and followed by that is all the other services which will benefit from it.
So I understand that mobile payment services have been available before, such as the PayPal technology, but apparently have had not as much success breaking through as they would have liked. How is Tanla sort of planning to get the one up on that, or to overcome that?
I think there is definitely a market for credit cards on mobile phones, but as I have explained earlier, it's for high value transactions. So there's no way a mobile payment technology like Pay for It compete with credit card on high value transactions, but it's in a very strong position in low value transactions. So the strategy for Tanla is to offer this service to the key sectors who need it most urgently. So digital content owners would be the first sector we would target. As part of our strategy, there is a market education element. So we are writing a lot of white papers, speaking at conferences, having roundtables, going to the digital content owners and explaining what the service is and how it benefits them. So that's the first part. Our first challenge is to educate the market. Secondly, we have put in place, we were one of the first intermediaries to be accredited by the mobile operators. So we have a very good technical and a commercial solution. We are offering very high level of customer care in terms of pay for it. In some cases it's 24/7, and we are making it as easy for the digital content owner to integrate pay for it. So we do the integration for them and get them live as soon as possible. So combination of educating the market, sharing all the information and the benefits with the merchants, and combining it with providing a cutting-edge technical solution and customer service so that we make that process better for them, is what our approach is to address this market. There is an additional element of we are looking at offering competitive revenue shares to merchants to make sure that they don't have a barrier of price or things. But definitely we want to compete on service and high quality. That's where we stand.
Thanks very much, Anuj, and I look forward to seeing you again.
Thank you for having me here. Thanks a lot, and look forward to see you at your events. Thank you.